It's 1 a.m. You're not thinking about your job, your goals, your future. You're thinking about the one person who made you feel the worst you've ever felt. You block them. You unblock them. You check if they've posted. You tell yourself you're over it. You are not over it. And it's not because you miss them. It's because of what's happening inside your brain right now. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Every week, we break down the dark psychology behind the things your mind does but never explains. If this is you right now, don't scroll. Watch this first. You're at work. You're fine. Then, out of nowhere, their voice, their words, that exact tone they used the last time you spoke. You didn't choose to think about them. It just happened. Maybe it's a smell, a song, a street you used to walk down together, and suddenly you're back there, in the middle of a moment you thought you'd already survived. Here's something fascinating. Heartbreak activates the same regions of your brain as physical pain. Not similar regions, the same ones. Which is why people describe emotional pain as an actual ache in the chest. Your brain isn't speaking in metaphors. It's not exaggerating. It is, quite literally, injured. That's the part nobody tells you. This isn't obsession. It's not weakness. It's not you being crazy about someone who doesn't deserve the space in your head. It's a mechanism, and it's running whether you want it to or not. Your brain built this loop for a reason, long before this person ever showed up in your life. It was trying to protect you. It just didn't know how to turn itself off once the danger became emotional instead of physical. So let's open it up. Here's what's actually happening inside you. 1. Intermittent reinforcement. When someone is inconsistent, sometimes warm, sometimes cold, sometimes gone completely, your brain doesn't calm down. It locks on harder. This is the exact mechanism behind slot machines. Unpredictable rewards create far stronger habits than reliable ones ever could. An unpredictable person hijacks your brain the same way a casino hijacks a gambler. Here's the strange part. Gamblers get more excited by near misses than by small wins. Your brain reacts the same way to the almost good morning text, the almost apology. Near misses might be more addictive than the real thing. 2. The Zeigarnik Effect. Unfinished situations stick in memory far longer than finished ones. If it ended with no closure, your brain treats it like an open tab it refuses to close. This is why arguments that were actually resolved fade fast, while the ones left open can still feel fresh years later. Waiters remember unpaid orders more accurately than paid ones. The moment the bill closes, the brain lets it go. Your brain is running the same software on this person. The tab is still open. 3. Cognitive dissonance. Your brain is holding two facts that don't fit. They hurt me and I cared about them. It can't sit comfortably with both, so it keeps replaying the story, searching for a version where the two make sense side by side. 4. Dopamine and uncertainty. Your brain releases more dopamine when an outcome is uncertain than when it's simply good. Uncertainty itself is the drug. That's why the unpredictable person is often harder to forget than the one who was consistently kind to you. And here's a strange twist. The brain regions active in obsessive love overlap with the regions active in obsessive-compulsive behavior. Falling into a thought loop over someone isn't a personality flaw. It's your brain running on the same wiring as a compulsion. Put it together, and the truth is uncomfortable. You're not craving them. You're craving the resolution your brain never got to have. Here's the part that's actually disturbing. People who manipulate, sometimes consciously, sometimes without even realizing what they're doing, often exploit exactly this loop. Push you away, then pull you back in. Hurt you, then apologize just enough to reset the cycle before it fully breaks. It doesn't require them to understand psychology. Your brain rewards the pattern either way, regardless of their intent. That's what makes it so dangerous. You don't need a mastermind on the other end for this to work. You just need inconsistency and time. This is close to what's described as trauma bonding. Pain and relief cycling together again and again until your nervous system starts confusing the two completely. Relief starts to feel like love. Tension starts to feel like connection. And the cycle keeps its grip quietly in the background of your life long after the relationship itself has ended. There's a reason hostages have, in rare but well-documented cases, defended their captors. It's the same mechanism, at a much smaller scale, showing up in ordinary relationships every single day. You don't miss the person. You're bonded to the pattern they created. And here's the cruelest part. The worse it got, the tighter the bond often became. Because your brain wasn't measuring how good the relationship actually felt. It was measuring how much it needed resolving. And pain that never gets resolved is the loudest, most persistent signal your mind can generate. Louder, often, than joy ever was.
So, how do you actually break it? You don't need them to explain themselves. You don't need the apology you've been rehearsing in your head for months, the one that probably isn't coming, and even if it did, wouldn't land the way you imagine it would. You need to give your own brain the ending it never got. Write the conversation you never got to finish, even if they never read a single word of it. Say out loud what actually happened. Not the hopeful version, not the version where they come back and everything suddenly makes sense. The real one. The one with the parts that hurt and the parts that don't have a tidy explanation and probably never will. Closure was never something someone else could hand you, even if they wanted to. It's something your own mind builds, the moment you stop waiting for them to build it for you instead. The open tab doesn't close because they finally say the right thing. It closes because you decide the story is finished, whether they ever agree with that ending or not. That decision is the only part of this entire loop you were ever actually in control of.
If this explains something you've never been able to put into words before, tell me which part hit hardest. The reinforcement? The unfinished story? The dopamine trap? Comment 1, 2, or 3. And if you want to understand how your own mind works before someone else learns how to use it against you, follow. Because next week, we go even deeper.